Okay, so yes, good morning, students. So today we will start our class with the continuation of the chapter Sources of Energy. Right, and in this lesson we will learn some things interesting and some topics that are very interesting. First, we will start with some pictures, right? Okay, so first picture, what you can observe in this picture, first picture. Okay, you can write your answers in the comment box below. In the first picture, we can see, yes, as a person is writing a letter by her hand, right? What about the other picture? What is happening in the other picture? A person is texting on a mobile. So, what do you think both of these pictures have a different? Like we earlier used to write it with hands, but now we are using electricity to write a simple message or to say a simple word. Okay, yes, very good. Okay, so now moving on to the second picture. What do you observe in these pictures? Okay, in these pictures, yes, you can see that a person is washing the clothes by his hand, but in this picture, you can see that a person is washing the clothes in the washing machine. And in second picture, what difference do you see? Like, are they using some source of energy? Yes. In the second picture, they are using some source of energy. Yes, very good. You identified it correctly. Okay, so now coming on to the third picture. Yes, what do you notice in the third picture now? Yes, we can see that a boy is reading under a candle. But what is happening in the second is again they are using electricity to light up the tube lights or lamps to study. So yes, in all these pictures, we can conclude that in earlier times, people did not use energy in so much amount, unnecessary amount. But nowadays, we have started using energies in very large amount, and sometimes we are even wasting without even knowing. So yes, so what should we do? Should we use it in a limited amount or not? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we are going to study now. Now you must have gotten a little bit idea. So now we will study alternative sources or non-conventional sources of energy. So let's move on ahead and see what are we going to study. So what are these alternative sources or non-conventional sources of energy according to you? Yes. Okay, you can write your answers in the comment box and then I will explain. I will give you 5 seconds to write. Yes, you all are correct. Yes, they are opposite of the conventional sources. Okay. Yes, they get finished easily. Yes, very good. So yes, so now I will explain. As our lifestyles are also changing, so we use like machines to do more and more of our tasks. Our basic requirements are also increasing as industrialization is taking place, which improves our living standard. So as the demand of energy is going up and increasing, we also are looking for more and more sources of energy, and thus we are ending up using more and more sources of energy. So this will lead to the energy depletion, and then such sources of energy will be known as who will deplete will known as non-conventional sources of energy. So now are you clear what we mean by non-conventional sources of energy? Yes. Okay. So very good. So now we will move on ahead and we will see some curiosity question. Like the first question is, if some people say that if we start living like our ancestors, right? Like we start writing by hands, we read under a candle, and we start washing our clothes by hands. So what will happen? Will it conserve energy and our ecosystem or not? So do you think this is a feasible idea? Okay, some of you are saying yes. You can write in your answers in the chat box. Okay, yes, some of you are saying yes, and some of you are saying no. Very good. Why yes and why no? Because yes, today's lifestyle is very fast and we need to adapt according it. Otherwise, we will be left behind. Yes, very good. This can be an answer. And why yes? Yes, we should live because our ecosystem is getting destroyed day by day, like because we are over consuming the sources of different sources of energies. Yes. Okay, so some of you agree and some of you don't. It's good to see both the ideas. Okay, so now we will come on to our last question for this topic. Why are we looking for alternative sources of energy? Why? Okay, it is a very simple question. You can write in the chat box. We'll give you 5 seconds and then we will move on ahead. We are looking, okay, we are looking for alternative sources of energy because, yes, because our current sources are getting finished day by day. Yes, very good. And okay, after some time they will be finished completely. So we have to look before they get depleted. Yes, very good. So yes, you all are right. So now we will move on ahead and see some more activities and do some more activities and see some more pictures. Okay. So yes, so now we will move forward. So what can you see in these pictures? Yes, you can write your answers in the comment box and you can also speak if you want. Okay, someone is saying that these pictures are showing different seasons. Yes, very good. Okay, so what is your favorite season? You have to write your favorite season among these. Okay, some of you are saying summers, some of you are saying winters because it snows. Okay, someone is saying their favorite season is rainy season. Okay, yes, very good. Okay, so now you all shared your ideas. Okay, so now which season in India lasts the most? Like the time period of which season is the most? Okay, yes, yes, very good. It's summer, right? So now, how could we use anything in the summer as a source of energy now? Anything in summers that we can use as a source of energy? Think of it, think of it. Like it is so hot. Why is it hot in summers? Yes, we can use the solar energy, like energy we get from the sun. Yes, very good. So now we are going to study about solar energy and its benefit, right? So you all must have heard that today solar energy, like there are many appliances that use solar energy as their like as an electricity. They get charged through the solar energy. So any of the device, if you have heard of any such device, you can share the names of the device in the comment box below, and we will then move forward. I will give you 5 seconds to write your answers, and then we will move on ahead. Okay, some of you are saying you have seen the lamps. Okay, what else? What else have you seen? Yes, solar geysers are also there nowadays. Okay, solar lights, lamps, yes, street lamps, solar street lamps, yes. There are solar street lamps, yes, very good. Okay, so now we will move on ahead and we will see one such application, important application of solar energy, and that is the solar cooker. So this is a solar cooker, diagram of a solar cooker, pressure cooker. What happens is this, as you can see, this is colored black inside, right? Here it is colored black because it will like absorb all the heat coming from all the surroundings. So it will absorb all the heat, and through this heat the rice will be cooked. And this mirror right here is like in silver color, right? It reflects the sun rays. So this is also playing a major role in this solar cooker. So this was all about how the solar what looks, how the solar cooker looks. So, so now I will read some of the details about the solar cooker. Okay. So just tell you some more details about it. Like the black surface absorb more and more heat compared to the white surface that is present in the upper part of the solar cooker. As you can see, this mirror part. And the solar cookers and solar water heaters use this property in their working so that we can get the heated water or heated food, right? And some solar cookers achieve a higher temperature by using a mirror to focus the rays of the sun. They focus this mirror. Sometimes what happens is they focus the rays of the mirror at a particular area where we will keep our food so that it can be cooked by more amount of heat, right? And solar cookers are covered with a glass plate, as you can see. This is a glass plate. Again, there will be a glass plate here in above this box, the lower box, right? So this was the description of the solar cooker. So now we will move on ahead and see some more interesting questions on solar energy. Okay. So now you have to list out the advantages and disadvantages of solar energy. What, according to you, are the advantages and disadvantages of solar energy? Any guesses from your side? Okay, you can write in the chat box and then we will discuss the answers. Okay, yes, advantages are, yes, you all are right. It is cheap. Yes, it is cheap. It is renewable. Yes, we can get it easily anywhere because sun is always present everywhere. Yes, very good. Okay. Yes, and what are the disadvantages of solar energy? Okay, so the disadvantages are, yes, okay, if sun is not present, then we cannot get the solar energy and it reduces during winters. Yes, very good. This is one of the disadvantages of solar energy. And not always we get the appliances, solar energy appliances. Yes, not everywhere we are getting those. Okay, so you all answered it correctly. So now we will move on ahead and see one last question for this topic, right? So where solar cookers would have limited utility, means they can be used very less in Assam region, Rajasthan region, or Manali region. What do you think? Where will it be? I will give you 5 seconds to write your answers in the chat box, then I will give you the right answer. Okay, I can see the right responses. Yes, very good. Yes, so the right response here is Manali. Because Manali is known for its coldness. It is a hilly area place where sun is usually less seen. So in Manali, there will be the limited utility of the solar cookers because sun is not always visible there or present. Yes, you all answered it correctly. Now we will move on ahead and see some more activities and pictures. Okay, coming to our to our next slide. What can you see in this picture? Something similar to the physics? Yes. What can you see? We can see a tree. Yes, okay, tree. An apple is falling from the tree. Yes, apple is falling from the tree. And why the apple is falling downwards and not upwards? Because of the gravitation. Yes, you all answered it correctly, because of the gravitation. You have to remember it, right? Gravitation. Okay, so now in coming to the second slide, what pictures do you see here in this slide? This slide, okay, yes, I'm getting the right responses. Yes, in these slides, you can see there are waves in the oceans, right? Waves in the ocean, different types of waves. Some are big, some are small, but there are waves in the ocean. Okay, so now can you relate gravitational force with these waves in any way? Yes or no? If no, then we will move on ahead. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now we will move on ahead. I think now you're confused, right? So this picture will clear your confusion, like the gravitation force of the earth and the gravitation force of the moon and the sun is playing a major role in the like in controlling the tide of our earth. Like sometimes you must have heard that there are low. Okay, so now yes. So now as we wait, we'll just okay, sorry for the disturbance. I think I got disconnected. So yes, we were studying about how this gravitational force is playing a major role in the tides, right? Sometimes there are low tides and sometimes there are high tides and waves in the ocean. Why is it? So let's see the reason. So what is the cause of high tide? Like on near side, moon pulls water more than the earth, creating a high tide. Like this moon is pulling up water towards itself. So it is creating a high tide. As you can see, the water level here rises. And what is the cause of low tide? Yes, it is not mentioned here, but we will see in detail in another diagram. So here high tide sometime on far side moon pulls the earth more than water, creating a high tide. So so what is the reason for high tide? The gravitational pull caused by the moon. And low tides are as here the water is getting pulled from both the sides, so the water here present in other sides will be less, become less, and then this will cause the low tide to happen in these regions. So this was the main reason for the low tides and high tides to occur. So now are you clear how the gravitational force and gravitational forces are causing this low tides and high tides to occur? Yes, okay. So now we will move on ahead and we will start our next third topic, that is energy from the sea. What types of energy that we are getting from the sea? So there are three types: tidal energy that we are getting, wave energy, ocean thermal energy, ocean thermal energy. So let's see these energies one by one in detail. So yes, tidal energy is the difference in the sea level gives us tidal energy. We can see high and low tides. What about the wave energy? The waves are generated by strong winds blowing across the sea, right? And ocean thermal energy is the water at the surface of the sea or ocean is heated by the sun, while water is deeper sections is relatively cold, right? This difference in temperature exploited to obtain energy in ocean thermal energy conversion plants. So this was all about the different types of energy that we get from the oceans. What are the different types of energy? Tidal energy, tidal energy, tidal energy is one, wave energy, and third is ocean thermal energy. Now we will move on ahead. So if you have any doubt, please write in the chat box and then we will move on ahead. Okay, now coming on to the curiosity question. So what do you think, energy from the sea or the solar energy, which one is more easy to plant? Like which one we can use it more easily, for solar energy or the energy that we're getting from the sea? Okay, it is the solar energy because as we can see, we are using solar energy more in abundance than the sea or the tidal energy. Okay, yes, you all answered it correctly. So now moving on to our next question. Energy from the sea is a non-renewable source of energy or renewable source of energy? Okay, you have to state which one of them is true. Okay, so I will be waiting for your answers. Yes, I can see the right response. The correct answer here is renewable source of energy, right? So now coming on to the recapitulation part, what are the alternative sources of energy? Different alternative sources of energy, like we are getting energy from the fossil fuels, the solar energies, the thermal energy, the tidal energy, from water, hydropower plants. So what is solar energy now, according to you? Yes, very good. The energy that we get from the sun. Yes. And what are the examples of solar energies where we can use the solar energy? Yes, one of the main example that we discussed in the solar cookers. Yes. And what are the energy we get from the sea? The tidal energy, the ocean thermal energy. So these were some of the examples, right? And you have to define tidal, wave, and ocean thermal energy in the comment box below. Till then, we will move on to the homework part. So coming to the homework part, what you have to do is make a chart on conventional and non-conventional sources by pasting pictures. And then what you have to do is talk to your parents, grandparents about their lifestyle and what technologies were used in their time. And you have to make a list of the same in your notebook. And then tomorrow you have to show your homework. So now are you all clear with the concept? If yes, it's okay. And if you have doubts, you can ask in the chat box and then we will end our class here. Okay. So yes, I see there are no doubts. So we will move on ahead. Okay. So now thank you, students. And now we will meet in our next class. Okay. Thank you.